East Coast Breakfast.
Professor Tulio De Oliveira, he is a virus hunter, a world-renowned virologist, bioinformatician, and Time Magazine's 100 Health honoree who helped uncover the Beta variant and the Omicron variant of COVID. And now we are privileged enough to speak to him once more, and this time about a different virus. Good morning, Professor.
Hey, good morning, Darren, and good morning to everyone in KwaZulu-Natal.
So, Prof, here we are again talking about a virus that's got people all upset and paranoid. Like I said earlier, every single news network says there's nothing to worry about. However, every single news network and publication is covering this virus or this virus outbreak on this cruise ship. Can you we're hearing from news people, we'd like to hear from a bioinformatician. What is this Hantavirus that everyone's talking about?
Okay, so the Hantavirus, it is a well-known virus, yeah. So this virus was originally discovered in 1976, so we know about this virus for 50 years, yeah. It causes infections quite at large number in Asia and Europe. It's normally transmitted by rodents, what it means, and normally to people that kind of cleaning excrements of rodents or people working farms, yeah. In Europe and in Asia has a very low case fatality ratio. We are talking about like 1% of people that can die. It had entered South America, in which the new variant, which they call the Andes virus. So the Andes, they give the name as the big mountain range in South America. It causes infection in Argentina and Brazil, but it is very difficult to transmit that virus. So, for example, Argentina is the hot spot of infections in South America, and that's where the cruise ship live, yeah. And you talk about 60 infections a year, yeah. So it's a virus that it can be transmitted by humans, but it's a very difficult to transmit virus. So in South Africa, we don't have any reason to worry about that, yeah.
Prof, what precautions can South Africans, though, take in terms of protecting themselves, and should we be wearing masks and sanitizing and doing all that stuff again?
No, not at all. Yeah. So first, the virus, it is very difficult to transmit. Second, in South Africa, and I have a very good colleague that's also a virus hunter. Yeah, he in the past he tested thousands and thousands of rodents in Southern Africa, and he could not find one with the presence of this virus. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about being transmitted by rodents and rats to humans in South Africa is not present, and neither about sanitizing or using masks, because the way that this virus transmits is only with very, very close contact. So, for example, that's why the first two deaths in the boat was a wife and husband. Yeah. So even the people that share the plane with the Dutch woman that unfortunately died when arriving in South Africa, the chance that they had got the virus from a direct transmission is very low. And if they got the virus and you intervene early, this means get support for when the person gets sick, they are also likely to not only survive, but by being isolated, not transmitted to any other people.
What would the symptoms be? Even though it is very small chance, what could the symptoms be?
Okay, so the symptoms are two main variants of the virus. As I mentioned, the Asian and the European variant of the virus, yeah, they affect most the kidney, yeah, and they generate like bleeding of the kidney, yeah. So that's one of the variants. The one that causes infection in South America, which infect the some of the people in that ship. Yeah, it is basic. It first is a blood virus. Yeah, so it infects the blood, the circular system, and then after that, the blood starts leaking water that then go to the lungs. Then that's when they develop. Yeah, and then after that, cardio arrest, they have a heart attack because they cannot clear well. Yeah, but again, it is like initially most of the virus present like as a flu. Yeah, but we are very unlikely to see any infection from this virus in South Africa.
That's very, very good to hear. Professor Tulio De Oliveira, virus hunter, virologist, bioinformatician, joining us live this morning. You heard it from the virologist's mouth. There is nothing to worry about with the Hantavirus in South Africa.
Well done. How do you feel?
East Coast Breakfast from 6 a.m. weekday mornings on East Coast Radio.